So I went to America recently and I really did enjoy it. It was so fun. I love it. I loved it. Still loving it. Um so I went from San Francisco down to Monterey to Los Angeles, Palm Springs, over the Grand Canyon, then to Antelope Canyon and the Lake Powell, Vegas, Death Valley, Yosemite, and back to San Francisco, and it was so much fun, honestly.
The journey began here in Monterey. The Pacific stretched endlessly in front of me, the waves crashing against the rocks as if to remind me how small I really am. Monterey wasn't loud, it wasn't rushed, it was calm. A calm I needed before the road began. The sea lions, the boats rocking in the harbor, the salt air. It all felt like a beginning, like a breath before the leap. Standing by the water, I knew this trip wasn't just about seeing America, it was about seeing myself in a new way. Monterey wasn't just the first stop, it was the spark. The moment I realized the road ahead would forever change us. Stepping into another world, seeing the movie sets from movies you definitely saw is insane. All the merch, seeing like Glinda or Alphaba in real life, even though they're not the real actual actors, was so magical too. And even though I'm almost an adult, I always feel like a kid when I step into a Universal Studio or something like that, and it's so magical. Driving through Beverly Hills, seeing places I've seen before on TV felt so nostalgic and so warm in my heart because I felt really like I was like, oh, I finally made it. I went here, I saw the places I always wanted to see, and the same I felt with the Santa Monica Pier. You always see it on TV, but never think you will see it in real life. Seeing LA from up top to here is so cool because it really feels amazing. You can see how huge the city is and how magical it is, and even seeing the observatory is something so special.
LA truly was an amazing experience. I definitely want to go back there. Just walking through Hollywood or standing on Venice Beach, it felt so unreal and surreal. The scenery, I really can't say much. I almost like it was like a blackout, but I just know I enjoyed it. From what you see, what I see, I also love it, truly believe in it, and for me, I can say yes, LA is magical and definitely a place you want to see once in your life.
Hi, I'm Shona. I'm a book talker and I am the best friend of Henrik, and I am in this journey because this is the dedication from Henrik, and I'm very happy to be a part of this. Exactly this year I was on a road trip this year in Sweden and Norway. One song from Taylor Swift, obviously. I think the song The Albatross from the Total Post Department, or Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince. This was very cool because I was in Sweden and he was in America, and the nature of Sweden and America is a little bit different, but a little bit the same, and I really liked it. I think this was the moment he sent me a picture from the house from Taylor Swift, and I think this was for me the moment I really hope I was there, because the house from Taylor Swift, yes, when he told me there are snakes. This was for me the moment I think, no, I don't go there, I don't want to be there. This was the moment. More adventurous, I think.
Why?
Because I don't really feel the dangerous from the outside. I think it was funny because the road trip they had was a road trip for fun, for the experience, and I don't think it was dangerous, but there are a little moments I don't hear anything from that. This was a little bit scary, but I think this was more adventure.
Where you at?
I-95 highway, I want the left side. Had to leave that hoe alone, cause she wasn't too right. Yo, car ain't fast enough, you stay to the right. Thick, brown, bad bitch, she gon' stay tonight. I ain't gotta pack a bag when I take a flight, cause I keep a black T.O. Stop at Liz and get a cow. While I'm in that grassy swamp, she still some douce on my lap. She still some douce on my lap. Ask me what time I'm on, I tell them leave me. I don't want no problems with no big back bitch. Had a running with a hater, told him get back bitch. I'm forever chasing paper, I'ma get my shit. Okay, I'ma get rich off this shit. Oh, I'm telling you, even if you only cross me one time, you sparing you. I don't give a fuck about no angel over been real. You know I love you, baby. I'll probably be scaring you. This real pain, real trauma. Scared of myself, so I don't ever get drama. If I flip the switch, it's nothing short of Jeffrey Dahmer. I just wanna get rich, by the summer. Ayy, no. I-95 highway, I want the left side. Had to leave that hoe alone, cause she wasn't too right. Yo, car ain't fast enough, you stay to the right. Thick, brown, bad bitch, she gon' stay tonight. I ain't gotta pack a bag when I take a flight, cause I keep a black T.O.
Breathtaking when I saw the Grand Canyon Canyon for the first time. It's huge, it's major, and it is the moment. I was stunned by the magic, by the massive power this canyon had over me. It was just an insane moment. What was absolutely sad that the North Rim was on fire and is probably still on fire. It's sad because this nature is such a beautiful nature and shouldn't be destroyed from anything or anyone. I think when you're there, you just need a minute to process it all and see what are you looking at, this magical nature phenomenon. I was amazed.
I think the highlight of my trip was reindeers. I think this was a highlight because I was in the nature. No cities, no everywhere, and then there's a reindeer on the road. So exactly random there was a reindeer on the road, and I think this was a very big highlight for me.
is the outermost layer of Earth's atmosphere, where air density is extremely low and particles can escape into space. In this realm, satellites orbit the Earth.
Las Vegas was so cool, seeing all those huge hotels is insanity. And then seeing palms in the middle of the street, which is like nature and city connected, is so cool, and I enjoyed it. And then seeing the hotels from the inside, how actually huge they are, is honestly incredible. It was literally nothing. It was 120 degrees outside. It was so hot. One restaurant, one grocery store, gas station, and the motel, and that was it. It was kind of scary. You could have been like buried there, killed, murdered, whatever. Seen the movies. It was a bit scary, and I was happy going back to a big city. So scary. No one lived there for like 100 years or something. Scary, and I was so happy to leave the stupid town. To see real American nature, we had to go to Yosemite National Park. And when I say it was epic, I mean it was so epic. I mean, just look at this view. And obviously we couldn't miss hiking. trip San Francisco was such a good idea because we could see the water for the last time, the Pacific Ocean. It was so magical. And then seeing the Golden Gate Bridge and Alcatraz, the prison, which was so cool. And just to wrap the trip up, to reflect on it, that was such the best idea you could have had. And being in a city like San Francisco, there is all the stores you just find in America, so you can buy a lot of stuff, what you want to bring and stuff, which is like smart. Last time American people, American culture, American food, American stores, American air. For me, I can say I loved every single minute of it. On the flight back, I reflected the whole trip. What did I like? What didn't I like? And it was just like a dream come true. For real. And I watched Wicked. And since I love this trip so much, and probably will be my favorite trip ever, 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 I want to reflect and just showing you how amazing and beautiful and insane this trip was for me personally. And the trip wasn't about spending a lot of money or seeing stuff I've never seen before. It literally was finding myself by going somewhere I love. And that's so amazing. Trip from America, somewhere between San Francisco and Las Vegas.
Hi you guys, I'm so sorry to tell you that we had so many technical problems editing this and filming this, and that's why you just see Shona and but you can hear me and I hope it's okay for you, and I'm so happy that you just saw the movie and it was great, I hope.
Concentration.
Okay, jetzt. Was auch immer das ist.
Antelope Canyon, Las Vegas. Follow the account, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and have a nice day.
Okay. Das ist warm, Alter.
Ah, ist so warm.